Welcome back to Build with the Plan. Coach David here, and today I want to talk about the why. Not the proverbial why are we on this earth? What is life all about? I'm talking about the why you started your business in the first place. Now, this is super important, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But I want to talk about what will happen when you don't understand your why and that you don't make sure that it's a big part of your business. So a number of years ago, I had my business. I started out as a small design company that turned into a full-fledged print, marketing, and design, and then it grew into large format. This is something that I did, but I wasn't keeping track of my why. I originally started because I knew that I was good at what I was doing. I knew that small business owners, small to medium-sized business owners, they needed to look professional. They needed to look their best for their clients, for their customers. That's why I started the business. I wanted to help other business owners look their best so they could gain the trust by having a professional image to these clients. But also that helped me a little bit with the marketing. I said, I want to help them with the marketing for the same reasons. But as my business started to grow, I hired people, I didn't really know, I started to lose track of the why. I kept looking at, I wanted to get bigger, I needed to get bigger so I could help more people, or at least that's kind of what I had in my mind, right? But you will get distracted, right? And why it's important to make sure you are focused on what you're doing is so that when the hard decisions crop up, you're able to pivot, you're able to make the right decisions based on why you started the business in the first place. I was growing my business. I got into large format because it just felt like people were asking for it. There was very little competition in my area, so I thought that's what I wanted to do. Let's do that. But what that meant was I could help more people in a different way, but the challenge was I was doing that work. Yes, I had staff, but they were designers and they helped with the marketing and helped with the printing, but they couldn't help me with the large format. So that fell on my plate. I was short-sighted enough that I thought, okay, I'll just do it because it's too hard to find somebody or train somebody to do this. So that's why I did that. And because of wanting to help people, I looked at joining the Chamber of Commerce. Lots of business owners, let's join them. I'm not knocking the Chamber of Commerce. Great place. It is actually underappreciated. It is a professional organization that is there to connect businesses, and that's why I joined. I firmly believed in what the chamber was all about, and I quickly, got to vice president, and then I was president of the chamber. So great, now I'm in a position where I could help people in a different capacity. But then I started thinking about, I need to help grow the chamber. What's our branding? Who do we need to talk to? And all that type of stuff. And again, I kind of forgot the why I wanted to be with the chamber. And the challenge was I was growing the chamber and I was growing my business all at the same time without using my why as my guiding light. And because of that, I didn't put certain things in place. I didn't understand that I needed another staff or two. I didn't realize I needed to have better processes in place because the business wasn't really running without me. I still had to be involved in the day-to-day. I did that with my own business and I did that with the chamber. So it was like having two full-time businesses. And you guessed it, I ended up burning myself out. And there was a pretty big cost to that. There was a personal cost and there was a financial cost. I won't get into the personal cost right now, but the financial cost was that I burned myself out and I wasn't able to continue building the business or functioning in the business. So I ended up selling it for far less than it was worth Because I didn't set it up right. Because I didn't keep my why close by. I didn't use it as my guiding light. I got off track. I got distracted. And I ended up with a business that wasn't worth near as much as the 25 years that I put into it. So a cautionary tale, make sure that you understand your why. So I want you to know your why. There's different whys for different people. Everybody's different. But some people get into it because they want to make more money. Some people want more freedom. Some people want to make a difference in their industry. Some people they don't like working for other people. That's part of freedom. Freedom has a number of different things. It could be financial freedom. It could be the freedom to be able to go do what you want whenever you want. That type of stuff. And remember, it is different for everybody. But I do encourage you to talk to your fellow entrepreneurs and ask them, what is your why? Why did you start your business in the first place? I was saying the importance of the why is to be able to help you through the tougher times. It's there to help you make decisions to move your business in the right direction. It becomes your North Star, your guiding light. Because distractions are going to happen. You are going to get sucked into the day-to-day. You're going to think about, okay, I need to look after this client. I need to order this material. I need to talk to this person. I need to follow up with that person. I need to email this person. Oh, I need to make that phone call. Oh, I got to talk to the bank. All these things start to happen. They get distractions, or they distract you from the bigger picture. What the why allows you to do is take that few steps backwards. Go on to the 10th floor, look over off the roof and look down at where you are. It looks much different from up there, doesn't it? What you're going to see is you're going to be able to see further away from where you are now. You'll be able to see, okay, if I want to go from here to there, and this is why I'm doing it, these are the decisions I'm going to make sure that my why continues to happen and it gets me to where I want to go. So my why is the time freedom. The freedom to be able to be with my family, to be able to take time off, to be able to see my kids at school, be able to take them out, do different things. Also activities, different types of activities, whether it's volunteer or whether it's helping other people. See, with the time freedom, I'm able to help some entrepreneurs that maybe can't normally afford my services, but I have that ability because I have the time freedom to take some time to help them where otherwise maybe somebody wouldn't help them. Help them get over that little block in the road so they can remember their why, so they can grow their business and actually get to the why in their business. Now, what you need to do, again, is know your why, think about it long and hard. But this is the important part. You need to write it down. You need to write it down. Say, don't put it on your phone. Only put it on your phone or your computer if you're planning to print it off. I strongly suggest that you write it down with your hands so that it gets more ingrained in your mind. Keep it handy. Look at it regularly. And make sure that you sort of memorize it. If you can't memorize it, just put it beside your desk, your work desk, wherever you're going to be most of the time, so that you can look at it, you can remember it. It becomes that guiding light. So when something comes in front of you and you have to make a decision, you need to go this way or you need to go that way, you will know which way to go based on your why. So again, take that time, identify what your why is, write it down, and then I want you to share it. I want it to become your personal mantra. I want you to be able to tell your staff. I want your staff to understand why is it that you're doing the business. Because if they know why you are doing the business, they buy into it and they're going to work harder for you. They're going to be able to catch your vision And sure, I'll give them an opportunity to say, why are you working for me? Why are you doing what you're doing? And help them understand, because there's excitement in the why. If at the end you're able to do what it is that you want to do because you've created something, then that's fantastic. That's living life. To me, once you reach your why, or you're able to experience your why in your business, that's true joy. That's the ability to be able to do what you want. So share it with your staff, but share it with your family as well. You want them to buy into it so they can support you, that they can encourage you when you need to. Because the thing is, when I started burning out, I didn't realize I was burning out, but when I was getting to that, if I had shared my why, and if people understood my why, and my family understood it, they would encourage me to keep going. They would encourage me, are you looking at this the right way? Do you need to step back and take a different look at the business? Are the decisions you're making the right decisions to get you to your why? And if not, then you need to change your decisions. You need to make moves to make sure that you are going to get where you want to go. So, super important. Understand what your why is. I want you to write it down. Keep it handy, right beside your computer or your workstation or your desk, wherever it is. Maybe even put it as your home screen on your phone. Look at it regularly and share it with as many people as you can. Share it with your staff, share it with your family, even share it with some of your key customers. Because heck, if they buy into your why, they might be more able to, or more inspired to refer to you some customers, because they want to catch the vision that you have. So that's why I think it's super important. Until next time, Coach David out.